Hi everyone, thank you for tuning back into Aaron Meets World. My name's Aaron, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I actually wanted to start a spotlight series where I focus on some of my older Hot Toys figures which aren't actually available anymore. And I figured there's no better place to start than with my first Hot Toys figure, which was the Age of Ultron Captain America, which when I discovered Hot Toys, and I believe I already told this story a few videos ago, but I was just surfing the web at some point and a banner for some online toy store showed up with a photo of the head sculpt for the Civil War Black Widow. And I could tell it wasn't actually Scarlett Johansson, but I was intrigued by the fact that it looked so much like her that I did click on it. And I don't know what site it brought me to. Maybe it was Sideshow, I'm not sure. I then discovered what Hot Toys actually were and that they did exist, and started going down that rabbit hole of doing research, and that's what brought me to making the decision, well, if I can only get one figure, it's gonna have to be my favorite character, so I won't get the Black Widow, even though a couple figures later I did get her. But I'm gonna go and get my favorite MCU character, which would be Captain America. And at the time, the Age of Ultron Cap was no longer available on Sideshow. It was actually the battling version of the Civil War Cap, which is probably a rarer figure these days than the Age of Ultron Cap. But between the two, I actually preferred the design of the Age of Ultron Captain America. And what actually kind of sold me on going with this version over the Civil War version was the magnet ability of the shield, so that I wouldn't have to deal with putting weird hooks on the back of the figure to have the shield go on his back, or having to worry about, getting the hand perfectly through the loops on the shield, and I could just stick it on the side. So I ended up looking up the Age of Ultron version on eBay and found it for basically the exact same price as a brand new Civil War version. So I decided to go that way. And he came, and he was in pretty much perfect condition, as far as I could tell anyway. And I was thoroughly impressed, and I got bitten by the bug, and of course, here I am several years later, and I have quite a few more of these things. I really love this first Captain America that I have. The only other one I have currently is the Infinity War version, but I will definitely be getting the Endgame version, and I would love it if they would re-release the Avengers 1 Captain America, but who knows if they'll actually do that. But I was thoroughly impressed with it, especially for being a first figure. Yes, there are things about the head sculpt that definitely aren't perfect. It's not the best likeness, although it's certainly close enough. But for a single piece to put on your shelf, it looks great. And then, of course, it really looks great when you have a bunch of other Avengers to put with him. So anyways, the reason why I decided to go with Captain America as my first Hot Toys figure is he is probably my favorite MCU hero, although Iron Man makes a close second. But he's the character I most identify with, and I'd say the reason why that is because he always focuses on doing what's right no matter what, and the law doesn't play any part in that. He always does what he knows is right, regardless of whether the law agrees with him or not, whether anybody agrees with him or not. And I really admire that he will do the right thing when nobody else will, no matter what the cost is. And there could certainly be some arguments made about whether his own judgment of whether the right thing is really the right thing or not. But for him, if I was placed in his position in pretty much every scenario, I would probably make the same calls. So anyways, that's why I went with Captain America, the Age of Ultron version for my first Hot Toys figure, and I hope you enjoyed this little talk. I am going to try to do a few more shorter videos that are a little bit more focused, since I've been doing so many longer ones recently. But if you guys like this more intimate type of a spotlight video on these older Hot Toys figures, let me know, and I would be happy to do quite a few more of them. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.